Welcome to The Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond Experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time-tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX owner and chief marketing officer. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX owner and editor-in-chief, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
Hey, Kels, what's up?
Not much. How are you, Paige?
I'm good, just hanging out.
Doing the regular February thing. By the time we'll be dropping this episode, we're sort of doing batches. It'll be February 21st. So we're kind of at the second half of the month.
We're nearly there.
I know. You'll still technically be in Italy, right? As we're dropping this.
I will be flying home.
Yeah. Okay. And then, like we've been saying before, you know it, spring will be here.
Yeah, it's practically March.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming soon. And we've got, because we're doing sort of like recording ahead to have these in place, we're doing a very fun theme for this episode.
Yeah, I'm excited. We have done this in the past with our RVA beer roundup kind of thing, but this week we are focusing on a neighborhood. And before we dive into that, we just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that we have a whole bunch of neighborhood city guides on our website. And I have to say, I think they're my favorite guides that we make.
I really like them too. They're very meaty and very thorough, and they cover, maybe not every single thing in the neighborhood, but most of it.
Yeah, I love like our meteor guys. So that's I think why I love them.
Yes.
But I mean, we have Church Hill, which rounds up, the parks, places to eat, places to shop, places to drink. So you really get a good idea. They're great. Like if you have family in town and you want to visit a neighborhood, I would just open up one of these guides and kind of plan your itinerary from it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very helpful resources, even for seasoned Richmonders. I feel like they're good to be like, what is over in this neighborhood if you don't spend like as much time in the particular area? It's great for you to open one of these and see what else you can visit.
Definitely. And I also try and make reels that align with the guides every once in a while. But we do have, like I mentioned, Church Hill, Northside, Lakeside, Scott's Addition, Carytown, and we are going to be chatting about the Fan today, which we have a guide on as well.
Yes, we of course talk so much about Scott's Addition because Paige is so, in that space all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Church Hill, of course, is one of my one true loves because I lived there for about a handful of years. And because we have, I feel like, dabbled in those neighborhoods a lot, we decided let's do one that maybe we haven't spent enough emphasis on. So we decided the Fan.
Yeah. And I mean, the Fan is just, there's so many good iconic places there. So it was hard to narrow it down. I definitely talk about a lot of things in this episode, but it's a good one.
Yeah, it is like one of those things too where you don't realize like, oh, this place is the Fan, this place. I think when we were putting together this guide, one of our contributors did it in whole, and then there were a couple of others that I threw in there just in case people wanted to hear more about them, because it is kind of hard to narrow down which ones do we want to include in these guides.
Yeah, and again, it's a big area, so
yeah, right.
There's lots going on there.
Yeah, you don't realize how much is included until you're trying to jot it all down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, should we get started then?
Yeah, let's dive in.
I'm excited.
So to eat, drink, see, and do in the Fan.
Yes.
And I'm up for eat, and the Fan is packed with iconic spots. You have Helen's, Joe's Inn, Nate's Bagels, Bovine Burger, Cuba, Scoop, and more. But I want to talk about Garnett's. So this charming corner eatery gives off major cottagecore vibes. It serves up nostalgic sandwiches that feel like a trip to your grandma's house. But don't be fooled, these sandwiches are classics for a reason. To keep up with the old-fashioned theme, you can top off your meal with a slice of homemade pie. And now that the weather is hopefully warming up, you can plan the perfect lunch day by grabbing one of their picnic baskets and just head to a nearby park to enjoy a little bit of Garnett's and then sitting outside. All you have to do is ask for takeout in a picnic basket. and they'll even provide a blanket. And then another thing that I love about Garnett's is their date night special, which is all day. You can pick 2 menu items and a bottle of wine for $35. And then if you're eating in-house, you can get a pitcher of beer instead of wine. But if it's to go, it's wine only.
Oh,
So grab your basket, stroll over to Meadow Park, and enjoy a little green space in the heart of the fan. And some of my favorites include the Garnett's Garden and definitely the Point Guard. That is turkey, bacon, Swiss, jalapeno, caramelized onions, and mayo on a toasted Italian.
fantastic options. No, it's so cute. The picnic basket thing is such a cute little touch.
I know, and they just all they need is like a little bit of what's that called? When you give them an ID?
Like I don't know. Age confirmation?
Collateral.
Oh, collateral. Oh, in exchange for the basket.
Yeah, you need to give them some sort of collateral in exchange for the basket, so you return the basket, because they encourage you to, like, you can stroll to Meadow Park, you can stroll to the VMFA lawn, so you can, like, take the basket, but you need to bring it back, so you are borrowing it. So they ask for some sort of collateral, whether it's an ID, car keys, something that will make you go back.
Yeah, to ensure that you'll
Yeah.
bring it back to them.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
smart too.
Yeah, they don't want their picnic baskets walking off on them.
No, they're trying to like set up this nice thing. Don't take my basket.
Yeah. But it is a genius idea.
Yeah, it's very smart, very perfect for headed into like the spring and early summer. Have you done a reel on this before too, Paige?
Yeah, it's been a while though. I feel like I need to do it again.
But it's such a cute little date, like day date idea. It's the best.
Yeah, that's what Holly and I did. I think we were both like, she was like off on a Friday. So we went over there, grabbed lunch, and it was like the perfect way to kick off the weekend.
Yeah. And classic sandwiches too. You really can't go wrong with that.
And they're just so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, top fan spot. And then all those others I mentioned at the top too. So you got a lot of recommendations.
Right.
And then I'll also take you into drink, and it's Jardin, of course. Now, I can't always talk about Jardin. So I gotta give some love. I gotta give some love to Get Tight Lounge. They have live music, a pet-friendly vibe. They also have a great atmosphere, and it's pretty much everything a Richmonder could want. This spot has a little bit of everything and feels reminiscent of Nashville's bar scene with its warm decor and incredibly welcome staff. Since opening, it's become a go-to for a fun night out while discovering local artists. Also, their happy hour is unbeatable. It's every day from 4:20 to 6, which is funny. And they have $2.50 Modelo's, $3 rails, $5 Happy Meals. I'm not sure what that is, but I need to look into that. $3 sweet vermouth, $4 glasses of wine. They also have some other food options, like their pit slider trio for $8. So it's a great night. They also host tons of events. And right now, I'm not sure when it's going to wrap up. Their bar is decked out for Mardi Gras.
Oh, okay,
So they
perfect.
have food and drink specials for that as well.
I feel like Get Tight Lounge seems to like to lean into the festivities of the months and seasons.
Yeah, and their outdoor back patio, like where their stages for where they have live music, is really nice. It's big, it's cozy. Their food there is so good. Every time I go there, I'm like kind of blown away by their food.
Yeah.
So definitely it's a spot where you can eat and drink and have a great time, listen to music, and their happy hour is great.
Yeah, fantastic. By the way, that Happy Meal thing, I think traditionally is like a beer and a shot, because I've been seeing that more and more around like when we're
That's
putting
what it
together
is.
guides. Yeah.
You're right. That's exactly what it is.
I only just learned about that myself like recently.
And I think that isn't that a Richmonder thing?
I don't know. I mean, like I of course like know about it because of Richmond places offering it, but is it a general like industry staple?
I don't know.
I
Possibly.
don't know. But a beer and a shot. Nice little combo for you to get your night going.
Yeah, for sure. So what do we have for
So
Scene
for
Do?
C and Do in the fan, I would say for C, focus in on the ICA, the Institute of Contemporary Art at VCU. This museum is open to the public. It's a great place to explore new ideas, providing an open forum for dialogue and collaboration across the region and the world. As part of VCU's School of Arts, the ICA mirrors the increasing emphasis on cross-disciplinary studies and has created a new environment for artists and scholars from around the world to test ideas. It's a university-wide resource linking campus, community, and contemporary artists by supporting local creative communities, engaging an international network of contemporary artists and organizations, and encouraging collabs with VCU departments, faculty, students, and the broader community, which of course is a mission that we can definitely get behind. It's a wonderful, I mean, we say this all the time, like the museums in our area are unreal, I feel like, and are not typically very expensive, but then there are a couple like ICA where it's like actually like free to attend, which I think is amazing. And currently they've got a few exhibitions that I feel like people could be interested in that close out at the beginning of March. They're still in like their fall season for these, but you've got until March 9th to check these out. One is Dear Maisie, a group exhibition inspired by the life and work of Amaza Lee Meredith, the trailblazing artist and educator who became the first known Black queer woman to practice as an architect in the United States. Beautiful. There's also Space Between, a survey of 10 years, which is, I'm going to mispronounce this, Leoi A. Hollowell's first museum survey and first museum presentation on the East Coast. The work includes paintings and works on paper made across a decade, the debut of new pastel drawings and paintings that incorporate life casts of pregnant breasts and bellies, as well as never before exhibited works on paper from the artist's archive. And then there's also Caitlin Cherry's exhibition, which coalesces painting, sculpture, and installation into articulate and alluring representations of Black femininity.
There you go.
Feminine.
It reminded me of Finding Nemo.
Yeah. Yeah, is it like the sea anemone thing?
Yeah.
I can somehow pronounce that more easily. But I thought like these also were very good for Black History Month, which we're in the thick of as well. And they don't close out until like beginning of March. So it's perfect time to get over there. I love this museum. It's so beautiful. Their courtyard is also very nice. I've been over on like a nice day just to sort of like, you know, mosey around with the kids in that way. It's just stunning. I love it over there.
Okay. We got to add that to my list.
Yeah,
I need to get over there.
enjoy.
It's been a long time.
It's very nice. And then for Do, I say you should go shop Aquarian Bookshop. This is your one-stop shop for all your metaphysical needs. They offer a collection of interesting reads and gifts like enchanting candles, mystical books, magical items, ritual tools, crystals, divine jewelry, and incense. They also offer reading experiences. You can go with one of their psychic consultants for guidance and advice on personal, relationship, and career matters using a range of intuitive techniques. Also a hot tip, I think that you can book one of their psychics for like an event if you're hosting it, because we've looked into that in the past before. And they also have events like tarot classes, astrology lessons, and rejuvenating Reiki sessions, to name a few. So it's kind of like a nice little, you know, lean into that, like they say, metaphysical world. It's sort of, it's fun.
Yeah. I've been to the one like by Elwood's.
I was going to say they have two locations. They've got this one in the Fan and then over in, would that technically be Carytown, I guess?
I think, yeah, since it's right next to Elwood's. Yeah, I've been to that location. I actually didn't know that they had two locations. So
I don't know if that is a newer development, but they do have two of them there. Also, I think that Carytown location is at least this year and maybe in a couple of years past, like the starting point of the Cone Parade, I learned also.
yes, they are. I did know that.
Which would make sense.
Yeah, I mean the whole premise of that is kind of crunchy, like,
Yeah.
you know, releasing energy and all that stuff, which I am totally behind.
We love it.
I love Aquarian Bookshop. I go and stock up on my crystals there.
I was going to say, we did like around the time of the eclipse last year, we put together this whole guide of like how to, you know, celebrate the solar eclipse. And this is one of our locations to stock up on all of your crystals and gems.
Yeah, I just, again, anything that's shiny, I'm like, yes.
It's nice for the environment. Set your environment, get things cleansed in there. It's nice.
Yeah,
totally. Do you have a favorite like crystal of yours for a particular energy you're going for, Paige?
I mean, I always have a little citrine in my wallet for, you know, wealth.
Sure.
So, but I carry around some crystals, but they're just because they're pretty. I don't really like, I know they all have like different meanings and stuff, but if I go into like a crystal shop, I just go based on like what I'm drawn to.
Right. I
Maybe.
kind of like really go by appearance as well. Like if I'm picking something out, which is probably not the correct way to do it, but
No, I mean, they say, like, if, like, you're whether it's, like, pretty or not, like, if you're drawn to it, it's, like, good for, like, the vibes.
yeah. Okay. No, maybe I got to
But
get some more crystal shopping
you gotta
in.
you gotta charge your crystals too, you gotta put them out with the full moon, so
Right. Of course.
you gotta clean them.
And all
Gotta
your moon journaling and stuff. I forgot that Paige, you've walked us through this process.
Yeah, I am a little woo-woo, I am a little spiritual, but,
Sure.
yeah, I need to get over to the fan location and,
There you go.
stock up on some other woo-woo items that I love, so
Yeah, ahead of the next full moon, I guess. It sounds like they've got a whole inventory for all kinds of things that you can get over there. I really want to do one of these like tarot card readings. I feel like it'd be a lot of fun.
So I have had, some tarot readings. What I'm interested in is a full like star map, like
Oh,
looking at my birth date and then like looking at all like the planets and the stars. I forget what that's called. Just
yeah, they've got like a
like a
whole
birth
term
map
for
or
it.
something. Um and I'm really interested in that. So again, it's just something that I think would be fun.
Yeah, things to plan for this new year.
I mean, I love tarot readings. I often get them like I feel like a lot of tarot readings when I'm out, like I get them when I'm out and about. Like let's say I'm at Cirrus and there's like a maker's market, there might be a tarot reader there and I'll pay like the 15 or $20 on Venmo, but I am like as soon as they start like going and they're good, I'm like, yes. And then Holly's like kicking me saying, stop like telling them.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to give them they have
Right.
to come
But
up with it all on their own.
I just get so excited.
I know. It's exciting. Yeah, it does seem much more like that kind of thing that's super fun to do like when you're
Yeah.
already out and about, and it does seem like they pop up all over the place too, so
Yeah, but I mean, I would love one in more of like a I don't know,
the
like
real study you session.
yeah, like a deep dive and
Yeah.
learn like when am I born? Where was I born? Like I know my sun, moon, and rising, but like to do like a deep, thorough dive on all of that. Because I do find like I do have major Scorpio energy,
Yeah.
but I also have, um other energies that, and why. And,
Right.
I'm also the firstborn. So I think that plays into a lot of things. And then your Enneagram. I just find it all
It
fascinating.
is very interesting to know, and I know people kind of laugh it off sometimes, but anytime I've like read into it, it's like this seems accurate to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it. I
I
mean,
I,
I have CoStar downloaded.
I
I
was
love
going to ask you.
yeah, I
I
love
think it
all
all
that
makes
stuff.
sense.
Yeah, this is why I shop so much Sun and Celine.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, in that department. Oh, but they've always got the best stuff too for all of the, your stars and your suns and everything.
Yeah, I
It's the
just love
best. So
those
get over
all.
there. Go get some shopping in. Get ready for
Yeah,
your spring energy.
love it. But yeah, if we do that, we'll let you know. We'll let you know how it goes and what our sun and moon and everything and the
Yeah, see
stars
what
and
we recommend.
planets. All right, well, that wraps us up for our fan episode. And in the show notes, we have a text us. So if there's anything you want us to chat about, or if there's another neighborhood you'd like us to highlight, or if you have recommendations on what you'd like another roundup kind of podcast to be, let us know.
Yeah, we're definitely in that first quarter, like still planning stage. And we, of course, always love to hear from the audience. Like, what can we be doing for you guys? So give us, if you've got ideas, let us hear them.
Awesome. Well, thanks for listening, Richmond. And by the way, there's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond Experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchased for the Richmond Experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code CHATTER to get $10 off your first year subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA too. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds and rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz's Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.